Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song Catharsis from BAND-MAID and their 2019 album Conqueror. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos, we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's get in, see what's going on with this song. Catharsis is about searching for release in a world that keeps circling back to regret. The song moves like water, swimming, sinking, surfacing, reflecting how emotions are processed through motion rather than resolution. Time passes quickly, truth feels unstable, and misunderstandings multiply. Yet something keeps calling from far away, a dream, a memory, a self not yet reached. That's a good line. Rather than rejecting pain, catharsis invites immersion. Tears become bubbles, fear becomes breath-holding, and despair is met with movement instead of surrender. The song doesn't promise clarity, it promises momentum. Now, let me get clear on my understanding of catharsis. Catharsis, the process of releasing, thereby providing relief from strong or repressed emotions. Music is a means of catharsis for them. Okay. So with that in mind, verse 1, even if I swim the same path hundreds of times over, where I end up is regret. What is truth really? Misunderstandings everywhere in every direction. Somewhere far away, a voice is calling. What is that person doing now? Where did our childhood dreams go? What? Wonders and the unknown. So this person calling is a future self, a self that you want to ultimately realize. I feel you. Time flies. I swim, coming to meet you, with fingers stretched out. The moment I touch you, you disappear without a trace. Interesting. There's so much I want. Well, and I wonder too if this idea, if it is the thought of a future self calling to you, and you put in the effort and the work to get to that person, this could be, it may not be this meaning, but it is a powerful thought that once you've reached that person, the goalpost is changed. And so now there's another person like always calling you, always beckoning you to a future self and reminding you of the things that, you care about and that you value. And as you become that person, there's like, okay, the next evolution of yourself. There's so much I want, but I can't choose freely. These frustrating days, even if I weren't here, the world would keep turning, losing just a little of its shine. Your coffee is scalding hot, sweetened with sugar that doesn't belong. It's still not enough. It hurts. If this is the kind of world we're in, I want to erase everything. I can't say that, but you know what? That's interesting. Your coffee is scalding hot, sweetened with sugar that doesn't belong. It's still not enough. It hurts. I wonder if it's the reality of life, this idea of something being scalding hot and trying to sweeten it with sugar, but like that's not ultimately what it needs. And this idea like the sugar's not enough. The sugar doesn't get rid of the heat, the pain, the scalding. And so it could be this idea of trying to solve things, difficulties with sugar, something superficial. I feel you, time flies, I swim coming to meet you. Let even the tears I shed turn into bubbles. I feel you, time flies, I swim even far below. A future without dreams is boring. I want catharsis, things I want to do. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Remember, no worries. No night lasts forever. I'll just go with the flow, right? Ride it out till the morning comes. Then we'll see. Don't be scared. Dive in. Here's the bridge. No one gets to choose the era they're born into. Interesting. That's true. Every generation has its own struggles. I feel you, time flies, which I think this is an interesting thing. I'm just going to embrace my lisp, okay? We'll talk like this the rest of the time we're together. Just as a side note to that idea, I've always encouraged people. The book of Esther in the Bible, essentially, there's this plot to eradicate the Jewish people. And then Esther, a Jewish woman, gets brought into the king's palace with other women that he would be considering, as queen. And she ends up excelling in everything, and ultimately gains the favor and the ear of the king. And Mordecai, who I believe is her uncle, when he becomes aware of this plot that a man named Haman is working, and kind of like he's in some ways deceiving the king, which I think is Artaxerxes. He's deceiving him with this plan to, again, eradicate the Jewish people. And Mordecai reminds Esther, like, hey, you weren't given this assignment by yourself for yourself. It's the recognition you were born for such a time as this, that ultimately Esther was given favor by God to have the ear of the king to rescue her people, and that she was going to kind of have to put her life on the line ultimately in approaching the king. And so I love that idea. No one gets to choose the era they're born into, but every single generation and time that you're living on this earth, there is a purpose and a mission for why you were born, when you were born. And it's to accept the conditions you were born in, the, again, time or generation, the world events, and not just, have this woe toward life, even in the difficulty, but go, okay, and from my perspective as a Christian, okay, God, what do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? How do you want me to handle this? And I think that's a really encouraging thought, that you could wish, I was born in a different family. I wish I was born in a different place. I wish I was born at a different time. But to say, I've been born for such a time as this. Now, ultimately, what am I meant to do? I feel you. Time flies. I swim, coming to meet you. Let even the tears I shed turn into bubbles. I feel you. Time flies. I swim, even far below. A future without dreams is boring. That's how I want it to be. Things I want to do. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Remember, no worries. Night lasts forever. I'm interested in this one. Coffee and sugar. Discomfort mixed with sweetness that doesn't belong. An emotional mismatch. And a quiet promise repeated throughout the album. Darkness passes even without certainty. Man, another beautiful song from them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you saw anything that I didn't see, or you want to expound upon anything that I said, and we'll have a conversation down there. Thanks for being with me for this one. I'll see you in the next one. We're eating good.